let's say in a problem that 5 are going to be picked. And they say, what are the probability of getting at most 3? What does the word at most mean? So at most 3 means it could be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. So that's at most. So when you have at most, go to that number and you go this way all the way to 0. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now at least 5 are picked. And it's at least 3.
3, 4, 5.
That would be you go here and you go up to the top, which is 5, because that's how many are picked. So it's 3 or 4 or 5. All right, so when we see or in a problem, we could have 0 or 1 or 2 or 3. We're adding probabilities. We're adding the probability. So we're doing what we did last night, but it's ugly, okay? We're adding the probabilities of each scenario. So each scenario is going to look like last night's homework with plus signs, plus signs, plus signs, plus signs, okay? So you're going to have 4 of them. And on your calculator, I'm going to teach you a way to do it a little easier than keying in all those NCR, like 5 NCR4 or 5 NCR3. I'm going to teach you a little way, and then we'll get there. All right, let's look at the first one. No, I'm not updating now. There are 13 songs on your playlist. That's the total. 5 of them are country, and 8 are pop. With random shuffle and no repetition, you listen to 7 songs. What is the probability that you listen to at most 3 country songs? So at most 3 is 3, 2, 1, or 0. So 3 country. Well, you're listening to 7. So on the first one, if I'm listening to 3 country, I could have 0 country, right? And I'm going to do it like that with the C out there. It's another way to do the combinations. Or I could have, if I have 0 country, I have 7 pop. All right. So then we put that over 13, 7. All right. So now we got, remember, or means add. So if we have 5, 1, we're going to have 8, 6 over C 13, 7. And then that's the 1. With the 2, we've got 5, 2, 8, 5, right? 13, 7. And the third one, the fourth one is 5, 3, 8, 4, 13, 7. If I have 5 things in my hand, how many ways are there to pick nothing? 1 way. You're picking nothing, right? So 5, 0 is 1. And then we put in 8, 7. 8, math, NCR, 7. And I put the numbers on top like this. An 8. Everybody see it?
Wait, I thought you said that there's an easier way to do it.
When I go to 5, 1, I just hit second enter and the 8, 7 show up. And I'm going to put in a 5 over the 8 and a 1 over the 7. And that's a 5. And then I'm going to hit second enter and change it to 8 and 6. If you want to do all the 8s first and all the 5s second, it's 28. And then 5, 2, just pull up one of the 5s and change the 1 to a 2, is 10. And then 8, hit second enter till you get an 8, 1. 8, 5 is 56. And then 13, 7 is 1716.
What about the other 5 3?
Okay. So we filled in everything, and I like to just make each one into a fraction. So the first one is going to be 8 over 1716 plus 5 times 28 is 140 over 1716 plus 560 over 1716 plus 700 over 1716. So what you do is you find each one, the 5, 0, the 8, 7. You multiply those two numbers, which is 8, over the bottom 13, 7, which is 1716, and you add all those fractions together. So when you add fractions, you're really only adding the top, and the bottom is a common denominator. It'll be the same thing on every bottom of the fraction. And then you just convert it to a percent. So you move the decimal place over 2 places to the right.